Hi friends, this is Ranjit. Welcome back to our YouTube channel Paradigm CAD Academy. So in today's session, we will be discussing about automotive plastic design. So we have already seen what are the design consideration for designing a part for a injection molding. So in this exercise, we will be creating class B surface from a given class A surface. Also, we are creating a C surface and we are using closed volume to create a solid part out of given class A surface. So whenever you are going for a tool test or appearing a tool test for a job interview of a design engineer or for a post of a plastic design engineer or a plastic component design, then you will be given a class A surface like this one. Okay, so this is a typically hand lever which is available to your seat recliner. So by pressing this, we will be moving our seat in a forward or a backward motion. Okay, so they will be giving you a simple part like this one, or if they want to give you a complex part, then they will be giving it like this surface. So typically they will give you a class A surface like this one, and I will hide this body. So this class A surface also has some defects. Okay, so like this way, so you can simply see at this location that this smoothness is not available at this location. Okay, so as a design engineer, you have to modify this surface, this portion, and after modifying this portion, then we will be carrying out offset to this given surface. Okay, so in order to simplify this problem, I have already done some operations in order to smoothen this portion. Okay, in order to have this surface as a class A surface. Okay, after creating this class A surface, we will be creating these geometrical sets. Okay, so I will be copying this surface into this class A surface by simply dragging into this class A surface, or else we can change the geometrical set of a given part, or else we can copy this and we will be pasting it in this geometrical set. Okay, so I will be hiding this. So this is your class A surface, given class A surface. Then a plastic part typically has a thickness of 2 to 3 mm. So we will be offsetting this class A surface by a distance of 2 mm. Okay, so I will activate this geometrical set so it will be easier to understand in which geometrical set we have created an operation. So that's why we will be using this geometrical sets in a CATIA. So I will activate this geometrical set and I will use a simple offset. So I will be using this offset. I will be selecting this as my base surface, and I will specify the offset distance as a 2 mm, and the direction of offset will be in an inward direction. So I will simply press reverse direction. So it will be showing some errors because we will not be able to offset all the parts using this offset command. So that's why we have to carry out some operations on this class B surface. Okay, so I will specify some color to this surface so we can easily differentiate between these two bodies. Okay, so I will specify complete color to this body. Okay, so this purple color body is our class B surface and this is our class A surface. So I will be hiding this class A surface, and then you can observe that there is a small opening, that is it is not able to offset this surface. So we need to fill up this cavity using various commands. So there will be a lot of options available. We can go for multi-section surface, we can go for build blend command, and so on. Okay, so in order to simplify this geometry, I will be using, so I will just activate this shading with edges option, so in order to easily understand how the geometry is there. Okay, so we need to fill up this geometry, this open space. So I will be using a simple fill command. Okay, so I can extract the edges. So I will extract edges by means of boundary command. So I will select this complete surface. So I will select this to this, sorry, and I will specify the direction in inward direction. Similarly, we can use boundary for extracting this surface. Again, we will be extracting a boundary from this end to this end, and I will change this direction. Again, I will be using a boundary for this surface, and I will selecting this to this edge to be extracted. Okay, so we will be having 4 different curves, and all of them has to be in a operation tab. Okay, so we can simply drag, or we can change the geometrical set by going into this change geometrical set option, and we can specify the operation. So I will specify the operation, yes, and okay. So I think that it has gone into this operation tab, so I will change this boundary to this operation tab. Okay, so in this way we can change the geometrical side at any time. After creating this boundary, I will be using this fill command. So while using this fill command, I will be selecting this sketch, and at the same time I will be selecting this surface. So it will create a tangent to so a surface which is tangent to this surface. Again, I will be selecting this edge and this surface. So at support, it will automatically selecting this offset surface, and for a continuity it will be a tangency. Okay, so for class, so for automotive we will be specifically using class A surface, class B surface. Okay, so after selecting this edge, I will be again selecting this surface, and after selecting this edge, I will be again selecting this surface. Okay, and okay. So it will fill up this geometry. So I will hide these boundary curves. Okay, so this is our patch up geometry. Okay, so this geometry is tangential to all the given surfaces. Okay, we can create multiple operations like multi-section surface. So I will be selecting this curve as my first curve, second curve, and these two as my guide curves. Okay, so we can you can try for this operation by using this multi-section surface. Then we need to join these two geometries or these two surfaces. Okay, so for that I will again select this join, and I will select define in work object option, and I will select this join option. So I will selecting this surface and this surface. Okay, and okay. And if you want to see whether those two surfaces are connected perfectly, then you can go and select this option. So shading without smooth edges. So if there is some black lines available at this location, then we have to change our operation, and we have to use a different operation that shows that all the surfaces are not connected by means of a tangency or a curvature control. Okay, so this is our typically B surface. So I can activate this class A surface first. So this is our class A surface, and this is our class B surface. So I will be connecting class A surface, class B surface in a class C surface. Okay, so I will again go into this class C surface. I will activate this operation tab, and I will again use this boundary command to extract all the edges of this surface, and again I will select this surface for extracting boundaries. Okay, then I will create a single line between these 2 points, and I will be using sweep operation to sweep this line along this guide curves and this guide curves. Okay, so these small dots indicate that this line is not connected by means of a tangency connectivity. So in order to convert this line into a continuous smooth line, then there is an option called as this curve smooth option. So I will select this curve smooth option. I will select this line. So as you can see that it is not perfectly connected. So I will use this curvature continuity and press OK. Okay, so all these small points are vanished. Then I will again use this curve smooth option. I will select this edge. Again I have to select this curvature continuity because it is a discontinuous. I will select this curvature continuity and we can see the preview. So it is automatically gets convected. So all the vertices gets erased and okay. So this is how we can convert our outline into a smooth curve. And after that I will be going into this sweep option. So in sweep we have one option that is with two guide curves. So for a profile I will be selecting this, and for a guide curves I will be selecting this one and this one. Again for anchor point I will select this end and this end, and I will simply choose OK. Okay, so in this way we can create a smoother curve option. Again I will just see whether any errors are there or not. So there are no black lines available at this location. That means we have created a smooth surface. Okay, so you can easily identify this surface by giving a different color. So this is our C surface, this is our B surface, and this is our A surface, which is visible to any user. Okay, then we need to convert this into a closed volume. So that's why we need to create this operation, that is join ABC. So I will specify this as a define in work object, and in that I will join all the surfaces. So for using join operation we need to go in here and I will select only one surface. So there is an option called as distance propagation. So it will automatically select the surfaces which are at a distance of 0.001 mm apart. Okay, so for a plastic it should be between 0.01 mm. Okay, so we can change this distance. So in my case it is also accepting this much of smaller values. That means we have created a proper surface. Okay, so this is my joint surface and I will hide those curves. Okay, and then we need to convert this object into a solid object by going into this part design workbench, and by going into this part design workbench there is an option called as close surface. So I will be creating this option into this close volume, and I will select this close volume, and we need to select a water type surface. So this is a water type surface and I will press OK. So I think there are some openings that are available. So I will select this OK button. All openings are not planar, so we need to modify these surfaces somewhere. Again we can tighten our tolerances and check whether it will be creating a closed volume or not. Okay, so I will tighten this tolerance and this closed volume gets created. So we can hide this body and we can see that this is our plastic cover or a hand lever which is used for seats. Okay, so we have already seen that for a plastic component wall thickness should be uniform. Okay, so in order to check that whether the component has a uniform wall thickness or not, there is an option called as analysis tab. So in analysis tab there is an option that is wall thickness analysis. So I will simply selecting this wall thickness and I will selecting this part. So my tolerance will be between 0.2 mm. So it will be showing our surfaces at a tolerance of 0.2 mm, and I will simply press run analysis. Okay. So we can observe that these are our color contour, and by going into this colors tab we can check that what value each color will indicate. So it is ranging from 1.963 to somewhere around 2.08. Okay, so we can change this number, okay, in order to have minimum colors, and we can check the values at a specific location by simply dragging the mouse at a specified location. Okay, so it is somewhere between 1.97 to 2.04. So this plastic part has a uniform thickness. Okay, so there will be no sink mark after injection molding and so on. So in next exercise we will be creating a tooling direction for a given plastic part. So this is how you have to create various operations that are available from a generative shape design to convert class A surface into a solid object for a plastic design. Okay, so if you are really interested in learning these techniques for a plastic component design for automotive, then you can visit us at our center at Hadapsar, okay, or you can call us at given number. Thank you.